Looking ahead, visibility remains slightly unclear. What's your outlook for 12 months forward?
Well, I think that the good news is that the starting point on valuations is meaningfully different to where it was 12 months ago. And I don't say that in a positive way, but that's the reality of where we are today. Equity valuations are back at medium-term averages, and the same applies to technology stocks. So the valuation starting points are positive or more positive. I think that we have to acknowledge, though, that we're still in this sort of difficult part of the earnings revision cycle, where the weak macro that we've seen and has persisting as we speak is beginning to weigh on tech companies. Now, these are some of the best companies on earth, in our opinion, but in the end, even the very best growth companies will feel it in their growth trajectories. And so, I think history says that it's difficult for markets to make, much progress when revisions are negative. Having said all of that, the market being very macro-driven right now will look through that earnings weakness if it believes or begins to see inflation coming under control. And so we're not looking for the Fed to necessarily tell us to sound the all clear. But if, as we hope, some of the inflation that we've seen might end up being better understood as a pandemic-related episode, supply chain tightness and other stuff that's a shift in demand. People are doing stuff in a hurry because they've been kept back and unable to do stuff for a few years. If the world moves back into more of an equilibrium state, then I think markets can do just fine as we look through some of the earnings weakness and actually look forward to a better macro environment. So I think the punchline would be that while we see more upside risk than perhaps where we did a year ago, we also remain mindful of the fact that the range of outcomes remains unusually wide. And so with that in mind, we've put together a portfolio that's still constructive, but a bit guarded in terms of position sizing. We still have some cash and a very modest amount of puts just to sort of take the edge off our natural beta in the portfolio.